Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Hey.
And if you ever saw him,
he's singing.
You would even say it glowed.
When will this come out? What number is this?
All of
all of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names.
Used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph drink at the reindeer game. Then one fall.
We gonna get it, bruh. We gonna get a strike.
Santa
well, no, we shouldn't.
Came to say
this is free music. We go with this.
Rudolph would show nose so bright. Won't you smoke this blunt tonight? I'm just joking. Man, what up, world? It's your boy Big XL.
What up, Richard Spank?
We are the Country Rap Report. And y'all know what we do right here. We give you our opinion, our views, our reviews on some of the world's hottest country rap videos. Okay? All right. Now, a lot of y'all be on that bullshit saying there ain't no country rap artists. We know, but we also feel like we're going to find and discover artists who might need the exposure, who might need to be talked about, and we feel like you, as a country rap connoisseur, a consumer of the genre, we feel like y'all would appreciate these artists. So that's why we review them. But guess what? Today we ain't finna review shit. Cause Spank say he don't want to hear that goddamn.
I gotta get me one of those. I'm gonna get me one of them.
So that being said, we just gonna talk to y'all today. We're gonna educate a little bit. We're just gonna chop it up, man. The year is almost over. Everybody's in the holiday season. I left my spirits downstairs, but it's okay. I'm not even gonna get up and go get them. And man, you said you had some things on your mind, so let's talk about it. And you know what? I also want to say this. But because the year's ending and everyone who's on Spotify, who's an artist on Spotify, y'all know y'all getting them poke cards. Y'all getting them poke cards. Okay? Y'all getting them poke cards. So we're going to talk a little bit, and I'm going to read a lot of y'all poke cards out loud in case y'all publish them. And I'm going to talk about some artists that we ain't never talked about, but they dropped their poke card. So
yeah, I want to know all of those numbers for sure.
You know, so let's get into what you want to get into first.
Well, this topic it really goes out to. Can you hear me? Because I got a little delay in my camera.
No, I hear you.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
But I'm looking at myself and I'm moving slower than that's weird as hell. Okay, damn. Like I'm seeing me, but I guess you see a different version of me.
Yeah, you see how I'm looking at you. Like,
okay.
Too. Remember when I was having the problem with my box chest?
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well,
Just in Time might have sent some people over to our cable.
Man, I am not going on that. I can't believe you even commented, but it's okay because I'm not interviewing. I have nothing to say to you. Wow. Okay, moving on. Bro, you know I'm petty. I can't. No, I'm not giving the troll a platform. You give them on when we want you to come on, not when you want to come on.
Shoot, I'm like, hey man, he come on and then it'll probably be fun.
It probably will be. We'll do that one a little later. I'm not in the mood for it right now.
I want to make sure that when we do Justin, we're going to do Justin on a night that I'm not working. That way I'm drinking.
Right. True. I got you. So we can be in the right spirits.
Yes. We need the spirits to enhance the spirits.
Yeah. Well, today I just we hadn't done a lot of topics and we haven't done a lot of education in a minute. You know, we try to educate whenever we're doing the reviews, but by sitting down and talking to West 10 and a couple other people that aren't in the country rap.
Hold on. Yeah. Oh no, it be Paul.
Yes, by sitting with talking with them, it's apparent that and I'm not saying this in a negative way to them, but the labels that are over here and most of the artists over here are operating as labels. They don't properly know how to monetize what they have. And I go by a different philosophy than most people in the industry. Most people in the industry just throw a blanket out there, or they'll grab something and throw it to the wall and see if it'll stick. That's the consensus in the industry, right? Okay, so I'm like, I got a different philosophy. My philosophy is you focus on 1%. You don't need to be focusing on anything more than 1%. So whatever that is, 1% is your goal. And if you try to do anything more than that, you're going to overextend yourself. You're going to be over budget. You're going to be frustrated. Like, don't focus on more than the 1%. And here's the why. I think the artists, when they're dealing with this stuff, their mentality is they want everybody to like them. There's 6.2 billion people on the planet. No, everybody's not going to like you. Even the majority is not going to like you. There's 350 million people in the United States, just for those people that have never left the country. All of them are not going to like you. It is just a fact of the matter. But just from their music genre, for that alone, they're like, what is that? They immediately got their lips turned up or the lips poked out. Like, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't trying to rock with that. But, I think you guys need to change. You guys, as in the artists and the labels, need to have a different perspective. And I wanted to do this topic with you as a music industry playbook, because this is something that they need to be figuring out and putting in their strategies going forward, because you have music industry experience and you come from a different perspective. You come from a store owner perspective and somebody that's worked behind the scenes with major labels. So your perspective is just as valid as mine, and more so because your experiences are, you got executives in your ears, and you have the ears of some artists, and some of them are A-listers. So I wanted to go over this topic on this show because country rap is going through the same thing that core rap did in its infusion, in its major growth spurts. Now you guys have to start monetizing properly. Okay. If you focus on the people that just like you, and I'm saying just target all of your marketing, branding strategies, your advertising, all of that stuff to just those people that like you, not the people that don't like you. Ignore those people. Those, you need to put the noise muffs on and just ignore all of the other stuff, because they really don't matter. But just for the sake of argument, and I'm gonna give you how 1% can equal millions of dollars if you just focus and only work in that small pocket. And it starts in strategy. And I had to write this down. When I do 1%, I don't just do this, I also do this. That is me making a circle. Because you need to be focusing on small circles. And as that circle grows and you build on that 1% in that circle, you grow out, and it grows even further out. And as in this example that we're using today, I'm going to use where I live, Macon, Georgia, as an example. So for me, let's say I was a rapper, and my focus needs to be not Macon, Georgia yet. It needs to be my side of town where I am. So however, I need to find 1% of the people that are around me that likes me, that are a fan of me or what I'm trying to do, whether I'm trying to rap, sing, do graffiti, draw NFTs, like whatever that is. It needs to be just 1% of those people. And as you grow from your side of town, it starts in a singular point, and then it moves to the adjacent points that are around that. So that point now becomes a circle. So now that circle is going to become even bigger, because as you start at that point in my side of town, I need to do the adjacent sides of my town. So now that point became bigger. Now that point became a circle. Now that circle is now your new point. If you grow from the adjacent side of towns, you need to grow to the entire city. So it go for me, I think I'm on the south side of Macon. It's the rough side, but it is what it is. I don't care. This is all relative to wherever you are in your city and state and region. All of this is relative to you. You need to be dealing with the entire city. And now as you deal with the entire city, you start again, once you get the 1% in your entire city, you start focusing on the 1% in the adjacent cities. Now, when you move from the adjacent cities, you do from the entire state. And once you do the entire state, you start working with the states that are adjacent to your state. Once you do those, now you focusing on a specific region of the United States. Now, once you do the specific region, you start working on the adjacent regions. And once you do the adjacent regions, now you have the entire United States. But this is what you're going to, these are some numbers that we're going to use in this example. In this example, we're going to need one single. We're going to need one project, and that project could be an EP or an album or a mixtape or whatever you want to call it. And you need one line or one piece from your merch line. Touring connections and opportunities, those are relative. You're going to need those. But in this example, I'm going to break them all down just so we can properly monetize it. For most singles, and this is a single that you threw out there, and you need the single to be able to promote the album. And the album is going to help put you on the road. So you're doing tours, and those tours are going to help promote or push your merch line. This is all relative. 1 + 2 + 3 = whatever. All right. In most distribution scenarios, if you are selling a single and you're selling for $1.29 or 99 cents or whatever it is, you make 70 cents from that. This is what your distributor is going to pay you wholesale. This is what you get in your account when it sells wherever it is. And from the single. In most scenarios for an album, whether that album sells for $8.99, $9.99, $12.99, $14.99, whatever that is, in most scenarios, you make $4.99 from your distributor on that album. This is what comes back from the retail sale of it, and it comes back wholesale to you at $4.99. In most scenarios, for those of you who don't have your own equipment and you are printing your own shit up, so you can print up your own merch, let's say you got a t-shirt that retails for $20, and that's pretty cheap for a t-shirt that you're buying from at a concert. But we're doing small venues. We're not doing arenas and shit. So, but retail for $20, you're going to make $10 out of that, because whoever printed it for you, you got whatever deal off of that, and you are doing a 50-50 split with them. Once you get your own equipment and you buy the materials, those costs are going to come way, way, way down. But in this scenario, you are making $10 out of the 20. So you have $10. You got $4.99 from the EP, and you got 70 cents from the single. That is $15.69. I am going to kick it one up. For those of you that do tour, and most of you that are out there do have some dates that are planned or planning or try to plan within your strategies. And those strategies need to be, you release something, you go out and do a small promotional tour, and on that tour, you are selling your merch, and this is how you generate revenue. In that promotional tour, most of you, I've seen 20, I've seen 30, I've even seen $40 at the door. But these are not huge venues. But for this scenario, we're going to do $20 at the door. So you got $20 shirts and you got $20 at the door, which is $20 tickets. You got a co-op between you and the owner of the venue. So you are making $10, which is pretty decent. It's really not bad for you to get $10 off a head, because he's also getting the bar, but he's not touching your merch, and you're not touching his bar. So this is a fair swap. Y'all splitting tickets. Adding that $10 in, you're now making $25.69. So let's just kick the 69 cents out, because I want to keep whole numbers in here. So this is $25. $25 is what your focus is. We're gonna put a spotlight on for this example. $25 needs to be what you make off of each fan. And each one of them fans need to be that 1% that you're targeting wherever you are. $25 might not seem like a lot, but let's add some more numbers to that. Say you had a venue, and here I am at my side of town, which is where I'm supposed to start. Micro focus for right now. I got 100 people that's coming to the venue. 10 people would be 10%, but I only want one person to be a purchasing fan for me. And I'm saying purchasing fans, this is going to be somebody who's going to follow me from here on out. Like, they are a fanatic right now. This is not just some casual fan. Like Auntie just wanted to, roll up and she's like, yeah, that's my baby. What I need to buy. No, I'm talking about somebody that is going to be that buys the single, that buys the album, that buys the merch. And wherever you go after that, they are going to follow you and tell other people to, hey, come check this dude out. I'm a fan of his. We need to go check the show out. This $25. Yeah, okay. As we start growing and we started at this 1 point, we're going to do 4 adjacent points from where I am in Macon. So now it's Macon and it's Forsyth and it's Griffin and it's Fort Valley and it's Warner Robins. So now we got 4 new points around me, Macon still in the middle. I'm working around. I'm working in a circle. Don't go out of the circle. You stay with start at 1 point, and then once you grow 1 point, that 1% there or that one fan there, then you work the other adjacent cities. And now the 1 now became 4, 5 when you add into it. But I'm going to keep the numbers whole for you because I know it's going to get confusing as we go. But if you add in those other 4, that's $100 you're making because you're only targeting 1% out of 100 from that show, 1% out of 100 from this show, 1% out of this one, and 1% out of that. And you already got Macon in the bag. We're just going to keep Macon is here. Macon ain't going nowhere. Now you just gain 1% here, 1% there, 1% there. It's only one person. We still only did, these are 5 true fans that are loving you, that are going to be dedicated to you, that are going to follow you forever, wherever you go. As you get these here, you need to be able to grow at a pace of keeping the same 1% rate. I don't know what that looks like for you because I know that you're going to have to reinvest. Most of us still have jobs and we need to be dedicated to that. We got to try to figure out what that touring strategy needs to look like because we do have to, take off work and or leave work early, all of that stuff. I understand all of that, but I'm giving you the numbers here so how you can properly monetize this stuff and not fall short or shortchange yourself, because I don't think we're properly we're not monetizing our fans that are out there. Let me get back to Macon. Macon as a whole. Now I got my side of the city was 1%. I jumped ahead too fast. My side of the city was 1%. Then I jumped from the people that are around me in my side of the city. So now I got 100 people. Now I got $100 from those. When I added 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, and 25 here. Macon, Georgia, if I focus on 1% in my city, there's 150,000 people in Macon, Georgia. That's 1.5 thousand people. That's 1.5K. Times 25, that is $37,500 just in Macon that I'm generating from tackling and focusing on the 1% of people that are here that I need to be targeting to like me, to be fans of what I'm trying to do, whatever that is, whoever you are out there in the world. As you grow, again, I said you start in a finite point and then you do the adjacents. And then that once you add the adjacents, that becomes your new point. And then new point, you make that micro focus there and then you do those adjacents. The circle keeps getting bigger from where it's doing Macon, then the adjacents, then it's doing Georgia, then the adjacents, then it's doing the Southeast, then it's doing adjacents, then it's doing all of the United States. Follow me along. Follow. Okay. As you are growing, as I'm growing here in Macon, I'm focusing on those adjacent cities that I said. Forsyth has 4,000 people in it. That ain't a lot of people. I don't want to target minor cities. I want to target major small cities. So I will go after cities like Warner Robins that has 76,000 people. I will go after cities like Millersville that have 18,000 people, or cities like Griffin that has 22,000 people. I want to get all of the cities around me, but I'm still going to do a circle and I'm going to do it in a spiral. Once I added up all of the people that are in my adjacent range, there was 139,000 more people. 1% is 1.3 thousand people. That is 32,500 people that I've added to the 37,500 people that are in Macon. If I'm only in Middle Georgia and I'm only focusing on 1%, I have made $70,000, and I'm still only focusing on 1% of those people. I'm not going past that. I'm not trying to get all of y'all to like me. Fuck that. I'm focusing on a 1% micro marketing strategy to where I need 1% of y'all to like me, to buy into what I'm dishing out. And then to become real fans of mine, so that as I'm growing and as this movement is growing and I'm going out of Middle Georgia, then you guys are helping support me. So wherever I'm going to these other spots, there you are, and you're helping the community to grow. But okay, here we are, and we've done Middle Georgia, and we've grown the adjacent pieces. So now we're getting ready to hit the entire state. Georgia has 10.5 million people in the state. 1% is 105,000 people. Times $25, that is $2,625,000. I'm just in Georgia, and I'm still only focusing on 1% of the people that are here. Now, before I go out to any other states, I need y'all to just be real with whatever music that you're trying to do. I know this is a country rap podcast, but there are other people that listen and watch this podcast that are in other genres, because they are here for their genuine feedback and the experience knowledge that we try to throw out here. Whatever you are doing, you need to look at the demographic of your music and make sure that you are targeting that specific demographic. Don't think that you just can go up in the black club and you making music that ain't for them, or vice versa. You know, whatever you are doing, you need to be you need to go where your audience is. The problem with hip hop and how we've been dealing with white rappers throughout history is that we think that, oh, this white dude, these black people are going to love this white dude because he's different. These people they don't rock like that. Traditional hip hop is extremely biased, and it ain't just towards white people. It's towards Latinos. It's towards anybody that does not look like them. This is just how this thing is. But this is to your benefit, because if they aren't buying what you're selling in core hip hop, there is always a subgenre that you can go to that already buys into it, because they don't want to buy into what core hip hop is dealing with anyway. And this goes for horrorcore, this goes for Christian rap, this goes for country rap, for all of the subgenres that are out there, lo-fi rap, like all of that stuff. Like, there is a subgenre for you. And yes, the numbers do decrease as you are going from this big old pool of people and you start doing little micro niches. You know, the numbers do shrink, but still in that number, you still need to be focusing on 1%. The numbers do not lie. Not these. There are numbers that are out there that does lie, but these numbers do not lie, because this is all money. This is all money that goes into your pocket. Remember that. Okay, so now I'm still in Georgia, and most of you guys are Southern rappers, country rap folks. In Georgia, I've tackled my 1%, but now I need to tackle the adjacent states that are in Georgia. You don't try to do cities in the adjacent states. Just go ahead and try to tackle the major cities from those states. You don't do all of those cities. You don't repeat the same process that you did in Georgia. You just try to, because by the time you're big enough in Georgia and you got that enough, if you're making $2 million off of one state, you have enough of a bandwagon or momentum to where the other states the buzz is already there. They already hear you. They know what's coming. So they're already on to whatever you're trying to push to them. They want you to embrace what they got, so you need to be reaching out to them and coming to their spots, and those spots are usually not the C, D. These are not. I'm speaking in radio terms, not the smaller cities. These are the major cities, but in the outskirts, not in the center of the city, but the little boondocks around it. So if you were doing Atlanta, it would be like Marietta or Stockbridge or Union City, but not the city. Not in the city. Like, you don't want to, right. You don't want to hit the majors. You want to do the ones that are around it. Okay. So as we're doing the adjacent states to Georgia, Tennessee has 6.8 million people. Alabama has 4.9 million. Florida has 21.5. North Carolina has 5.1. And South Carolina has 5.1 and North Carolina has 10.1. That is a total of 48 million people. I rounded that down just to give us whole numbers. 1% of that is 480,000 people. 1%. We're only focusing on 1%. Times $25, that is $12 million that you are making just out of the Southeast, just by focusing on 1% of that population, just by focusing on a micro niche advertising, marketing, and branding strategy. Don't overthink the shit. $12 million, you can live off of that. You can live really, really good off of $12 million, fam.
I think so.
But we're not done, because when we tackle all of those states that are in our spot, that's called a region, and then in that region, in the entire Southeast region, that's 97 million people. 1% of that is 970,000 times $25, 24,250,000. Now, you still, this is probably you doing, by the time that you're tackling regions, you're probably on your third project. Some of you out there are already on your fourth and fifth project, and you ain't even left your state. Like, you need to be doing different things with your advertising and marketing strategies instead of just throwing shit out there. I know that is the consensus that we've been doing ever since I can remember. Like, ever since my dad was doing music, well, teaching me about music and telling me that this record came out and shit, they were sending out samplers and all of that shit. Like, all of that stuff was back then. This is the time when vinyl was in and 8-tracks and reel-to-reels. This shit has not progressed much. We're still doing the same redundant tactics, and it's because the industry does not want you to grow. The industry wants you to rely on them instead of you being self-sufficient. Okay. Now, we did our region. Our region is the Southeast, but there's adjacent regions to us. The adjacent regions to us is the Southwest region, which is over here, Texas and all of them. Then there's the Midwest regions, which would be over there, which is St. Louis, Missouri, and all of them. And then you got the Mid-Atlantic region, which is up here, right above us, like Virginia and all of them. Okay, in those regions, we just did the adjacents now. 60 million people there in Southwest, 68 million in the Midwest, and 30.8 million in the Mid-Atlantic. That is 159.7 million more people that are out there. But you don't want all of them. You just want 1%. 1% is 1.5 million. 1.5 million times $25 is $39,925,000, fam. Now, you can still eat over that. But just say that you still greedy and you're like, you know what? I want all of it. I want all of it. I ain't big enough. Okay. Let's go for the entire United States, fam. In the United States, there's 329 million people. I said there's 350, but that number does fluctuate up and down. Well, let's say 329. That's what it was when I Googled this for the research. 1% of that is 3.29 million people. Times $25, that is $82 million in your pocket. $82,250,000 to be exact. But $82 million that could be in your pocket if you only focused on 1% and targeted those to where you were making $25 per individual. 82 million. Now, I looked up Pitbull today. He's worth 100 million. Worth. That is his net worth. I looked up a couple other artists and it was for some clients that were sent my way. But you would be making. Now, all of this ain't yours because you still got to pay management and all this other and lawyers and shit, and you definitely got to pay taxes. I'm giving you the wholesale shit. But how you handle your money is totally up to you. I'm not trying to interfere or give any of that advice. I'm just trying to give you the advice on how you can monetize what you have in front of you and properly go after the right market. Now, the numbers that Vic is going to shoot out, imagine if those people targeted 1% of those listeners or 1% of those followers. 1%, all you need is 1%, just 1%. And that 1% is my philosophy. That is some shit that I thought of years ago when I got tired of hearing artists saying, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, motherfucker, you ain't even got the foundation right yet. And you want all of this shit. You 10 steps ahead, but ain't took 2. Like, come on, bro. Like we got to slow down and properly do this shit so we don't make the normal pitfalls and mistakes that artists make. And I'm speaking to all of you artists because most of you are running your careers as if you are the label CEO, you are the vice president of advertising and marketing, you are all of that. You are the booking agent. You doing all of this shit. So this is some strategies that you need to be implementing for whatever you're trying to do going forward. And this is coming out at the end of the year. So 2022, grab all of this stuff, put together some sort of strategy, grab you a map. I usually go and buy maps from the gas station, especially when I have a client that is paying me to do some strategizing for them. I'll put that map up and I would just put in little pinholes and sticky notes up there and just go to work. Like, I need to do this, I need to do that. There's how many people here, there's how many people there. when you do this, you are visualizing what you need to do. It ain't just a thought. You need to put it on. I'm a paper person. I write down all of my shit. And I know we got these devices now that we can just type shit in, but I'm old school, and I put, not only write it down, but I'll put it in front of me on my wall so that I am not missing anything. We need to be putting together better strategy. And I'm saying we as in, here we are in December, and we've reviewed hundreds of videos this year. If some of those strategies were implemented for those people that were behind some of the videos that we saw this year, they'd be out of here. And I'm not just saying out of here, out of the genre. I'm saying out of here as in a lot more people would be embracing them, and they will be making more money than they are making right now, regardless of the genre. This strategy can be used throughout whatever genre it is. It doesn't matter if it's just country rap, but the numbers that you were talking about before we got on, I think you mentioned, I'm not gonna mention any of the names because you might not want to talk about them, but some of those folks, I'm not. What's the look? What's that?
No, I just seen something. I'm gonna talk.
Okay, all right. You hit me for a second. The numbers you were talking about was like, man, you know what? These people need these strategies. These people need to be sitting down and formulating real plans. Like, I'm going to do this. And for your planning, it needs to be 10 steps. It needs to be, and your goal, this is how I do it. Now, this is some free shit since we own music industry playbook. This is what I do when I'm formulating a strategy. Whatever my goal is, that shit is a year from now. And I am working myself backwards. So if I am dropping an album, well, I wouldn't say a year from now. It is the most opportune time for me to be able to implement that, but it needs to be a minimum of 6 months away from me now, because I need to implement those strategies. You cannot implement a proper advertising marketing strategy in less than 30 days if you're trying to do music. So if you're trying to throw some shit out and you're talking about in December, hey, let's throw out an album in January. No, motherfucker, you are damning yourself. You need to do advertising and marketing. You need to be, we used to call that not build up. What do we used to call it? What the
hype?
The hype, the promo. Yeah,
Promo.
you need to get all of that shit together and properly implement it. You don't want to just half-ass it. You don't want to just throw albums out. We were on a cast and found out about 2 albums while we were on the cast. And while we were recording 3 albums while we were recording,
You're finna one right now.
And literally was like, who's dropping the album?
Go ahead and finish.
Okay, and literally we was like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Why did it come out like that? Like, where is the promotion behind it? And promotions is vital. Like, unless you are a Beyonce or unless you are an A-lister, you cannot survive by just saying, hey, I'm gonna drop my album tonight. You don't have millions of fans waiting that will drop everything to go and purchase your shit. You that are out there that are watching this, you need the strategy, and it needs to be something that you can throw into the future, and then you work your way backwards. If it's 6 months, okay, then in month 5, I need to do this to make sure that this works. In month 4, I need to do this so that whatever I'm doing in month 5 is working. In month 3, I need to do this so that I'll make sure that whatever I'm doing in month 4 is working. It is a build-up strategy. And if you do it correctly, the momentum will carry you into a successful project. Then you need a secondary strategy so that whenever you were planning on releasing it, whenever it is out, you need a strategy. You need a post-strategy. So that whenever it is out, it ain't like, okay, well, what do I do next? Do I just go back and record and start the whole shit over again? No, there is a post strategy to where you are promoting that project now. And during that promotion strategy, there's nothing else in your way. You don't need to be posting any other music that ain't on this project. You don't need to be in the studio talking about you recording the next project. No, that is distracting. This project needs its life. This project needs all of the eyes and ears on it as possible. And by you dropping an album in January and then in February, you're talking about working on the next shit. Okay, what are we doing? What I don't understand. What are you a career recording artist now? Like all you do is record like that does nothing for you. sure, we spent money on equipment and we got all of this money tied up in that investment. You need to get a return on that investment. And there's an investment in there that you really can't get a return back. And that is your time spent in all of this shit that you're doing. So we got to make sure that we are utilizing all of our time and money wisely. And I think the 1% strategy works.
Did you know, because you're talking about marketing and promotion, right?
Right.
Did you know Savannah Dexter dropped the album?
Yes, I bought it.
Loner?
Yeah, I even talked about it on Instagram. And I said, where was the promo? I tagged Gator.
Oh, that's why I was like,
bro, that was one of them. I bought that one. I bought Hard Target and I bought another album all at the same time. I was like, what's the promo for this shit? Like, come on, y'all. And this goes to what we were talking about in this, the momentum. There's no momentum for this because there wasn't any advertising and marketing strategy. It was just out there. And I don't know if it was done deliberately. I don't know if it can't be done deliberately because there's no rationale behind it. Like other than to just put an album out just to meet an album quota. Like you don't want to do that in fourth quarter. And I know we talked about it in another cast. Like we don't really rely on fourth quarter folks for numbers, but the people that are listening to the other people in fourth quarter are also country rap listeners. So you don't want to compete with them. You don't want to throw anything out in fourth quarter. We definitely went through this in the summertime. Country rap fourth quarter is between Memorial Day and Labor Day. So you have the summer months to play with versus the winter months. So I think they know that, especially since all the patriotic stuff comes out around that time too, and they're just throwing the videos out for the flag and all of that stuff. I get all of that. It makes sense. That's your time. But if you're not doing something then in your fourth quarter, it would be a huge mistake to do something during the industry's fourth quarter because you cannot compete with the budgets of Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg dropped a new album
on Def Jam.
What's the dude that got clowned on? He said if he was sleeping on him, he just dropped a new album. He was number one. Damn, I can't think of his name. He was on the TV show. I'm gonna look it up. It's gonna be right at the top of iTunes still probably.
Rap?
Yeah, he rap. Not Benzino, but he's one of them dudes like that. I'm looking up. You go and you can start your spiel because I want to hear these numbers from these people.
Oh, I was really shocked. I didn't know Savannah. I'm still listening to Hard Target's album.
I haven't listened to that one yet because I really like Savannah's album. I'm going to get the Target though while I'm at work one day.
Yeah, I feel like they dropped them around 2 weeks apart.
Right. Okay, here's a list of them. Currency dropped the album.
Currency number one?
Currency number one right now. Snoop Dogg dropped the album. I did not know that.
Is Snoop Dogg's album on Def Jam?
It was French Montana. That's who the dude that dropped the album.
Oh.
That people were clowning him because he say that people sleeping on him, but I think he overrated. You know, I ain't think if you're sleeping on you, fam, it just ain't that great. Snoop Dogg on you said was Snoop on Def
Jam, yeah.
Snoop is on 25 songs. I can't even see that shit.
On Def Jam? I think
he on Def Jam.
Yeah, he signed Snoop Dogg is on Def Jam. That kind of went on a lot of people's radars too.
Snoop can write his own check. I don't know why. He probably just got a bigger check over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over some of the numbers of people.
But any objections to any of the things that I said before you get on?
Matter of fact, it's funny when you talk 1%. I'm gonna talk about a little grassroots marketing, just to go back to when I was out managing and promoting artists.
Okay.
Like we used to say when you're doing flyers, if you can get 1% of the amount of people in the door of flyers you dropped off, you're doing good. Okay. So that 1% has always been something that you can work on. And it's a good whole number, small number. I've always, like I said, I'm really all about starting small and capitalizing and building the fans. Because once the internet era became big and popular, people want to be part of your story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People want, like, one of the artists I always refer back to is Wiz Khalifa. you know, we was signed. I met Wiz Khalifa, was on tour with Wiz Khalifa, and Wiz Khalifa was initially signed to a major label and was dropped. But he had a core fan base. He worked on that 1% and was able to sustain to become the artist he is today. You know, so focusing on that real 1% is important. Now, I know a lot of people, it's all about the numbers. You feel like you're not doing well if you don't have the numbers. Well, all the numbers count to a certain degree, and you got to get one before you get a million. Right.
And I just gave you numbers of where you can legitimately eat off of 1%. Like, you don't need all that other shit. Like 1% is nice, fam.
1% gonna get you more than you making on your job.
For sure.
So
for sure.
I'm just gonna go on the timeline. I don't have nothing saved, so it's gonna probably be annoying to some people who might be watching. But hey, I'm just gonna go over some people that we've covered.
Okay.
And their Spotify numbers, since everybody's putting up their postcard, their poke card, as we used to call it.
Right.
Artists we reviewed: David Morris. Okay.
Okay.
10.4 million streams.
Really?
1.1 million listeners.
Really?
Yep.
I'm surprised by that. For real.
I'm just gonna go streams and listen.
Okay, run it.
I'm not gonna do hours and countries.
Run it.
You were surprised by that?
I was extremely surprised by that.
Okay. All right.
That's high. I did not know. And I'm not mad at those numbers. Those are good numbers.
Oh, snap. I just seen something else that I thought was dope.
You and your internet troll.
Yeah. CMW.
Who's that?
Christians Most Wanted.
Man, they still make music?
Well, no. I said Christian. I ain't say Compton.
Oh.
I don't know what the CMW stands for. I'm just looking at the artists in it, and someone named Kelvin J.
I don't know who that is.
Bryson Gray.
Not the same dude.
Yeah.
Same Bryson Gray?
Yeah, that's why I say Christians Most Wanted. No, CWA. So I don't know what the CWA stands for.
Okay.
I don't
Christian
know
with attitude?
Maybe. Probably. Whoever Kelvin J is, Bryson Gray, D. Cure, who we've reviewed.
Right.
TMR. Topper, we've reviewed him.
Okay.
Tyson James.
We talked about him too.
And Crump, the young guy.
Oh, I like Crump. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I gotta follow all these people. Okay, we're gonna keep it going. Keep it going. Sorry.
They forming a group. That's what we're talking about.
I don't know if it's a one-off or this was a post by the Marine rapper. Chopped and Screwed. CWA on my YouTube now.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just one song.
Gotcha.
Let's see what else we got. Y'all bear with me. We've never talked about him. I'm just familiar with him. So I'm gonna talk about him. There's a gentleman who's affiliated with Yellow Wolf by the name of Bad Wolf. We've never reviewed a song by him.
Okay.
Never. 1.3 million streams.
That's
230,000 listeners, and we've never reviewed it. Never even talked about it.
For every million, to monetize that, think $4,000 for whoever's out there, because that's typically how much Spotify pays for high retention, higher country, et cetera, et cetera. There's a whole lot of analytics that go into that. But for every million, think $4,000.
DJ Cliffy D, Upchurch's DJ.
Okay.
1 million.
Why has he make music?
He put out records.
I didn't know that.
Like he's kind of like Khaled.
Okay.
119,000 listeners. Joe Marley, a gentleman who I've actually helped promote on the Ridin Durty page. He's out of Nashville, Joe Marley. He doesn't have any videos yet. Still 92,000 streams, 61,000 listeners.
Can't be mad at that.
Joe Marley. Let's see. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Come on, somebody. It's like rolling the dice, man. It's like rolling. I see now a lot of cow songs popping up.
Oh, we're not going to review those, I hope.
Maybe not.
Do it all in one show. So get the shit over.
Everybody now, I'm sorry, I hate to tell y'all. When y'all do that, that's like the money grab to me. When everybody start making these songs based off of, all right, here's somebody, Shotgun Shane.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
8.2 million streams.
No. Well done, Shotgun Shane. Well done.
994,000 listeners.
Well done, bro. Because they hate your ass, according to what we get in the comments, but they don't hate you enough to not stream you. Good shit.
Hey, man. The gram is interesting today. I'm saying all kind of other stuff. I'm seeing all kind of other, man. You know what? Country rap is getting very, very busy when it comes to social media. Even in the past year that we've been doing this show, I'm seeing more country rappers do stuff on social media than before. They TikToking. I mean, I ain't mad, man. Country rap has really grown in leaps and bounds in the past 12 months.
Agreed.
Really, really, really. And I have to feel like, I don't care what nobody think, I have to feel like we're some form of catalyst of that. Struggle. You know, I'm noticing the bigger artists don't do it. Like Struggle hadn't done it. Adam hasn't done it.
Church
is not on Instagram. Remember, he was banned.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Church
they can do it. They're probably waiting to the end of the year. That's when they typically should do it anyway. Like the year review.
But hey, man, let's see. This is crazy because it was popping up while we were talking. And now that I'm looking for them, I refreshed my timeline and now everybody else is posting pictures of themselves.
Can't see nothing.
No. I wanted to see that one guy with it. I don't even know if I was going to say his name. Let's see. I'm going to type in some names. How about that? Graves.
Okay.
11.2 thousand streams.
Not bad.
3,000 listeners.
Not bad.
This is his first year of going really, really hard.
Need to add some zeros on there, Grace. Keep promoting. You got it.
Forgiato didn't put his up there. Let's see here. Who else? Name somebody. Let's see if they're on there.
Any Mako people do it? Target
didn't. Savannah didn't. Let's see. Let's check out our boy. Dope interview. Everybody who checked out the interview. Nope. He didn't do it either.
Maybe they waiting.
Huh?
I'm gonna guess they waiting. Anybody doing it right now? It's definitely early because it ain't even a year in review stuff.
But so I think Spotify just started dropping.
I got you.
I think let's see. The good old guys at West 10 they ain't even put it up there.
I didn't even get mine. Like I got 80 something artists that I created. I ain't got no emails from Spotify, so it's all good.
General Jameson, an artist that we talk a lot on social media. He hasn't dropped any real videos, but he's a very, very up and coming artist. Okay. General Jameson. And I'm really just shouting him out. Y'all can go check him out. 1098.
Say what? What'd you say? 1098? That what you said?
6.
1096? What are you saying? Stop laughing.
No, my dog is tripping.
Don't laugh. What are you saying, man?
698.
698?
Yeah.
Well, don't post that.
That's terrible marketing. Don't post that.
Don't post that. That's not enough. Don't do that. I know he's probably thinking it's a good accomplishment, but you build on it internally. Don't put it out there to the public like that.
Let me show you something interesting. Mm-hmm. General Jameson would tell you, fuck you. Tell you why he would say, fuck you. We're only going by Instagram and Spotify, right?
Right.
General Jameson has 518 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
And he has 698 streams.
Okay.
59 listeners. 10% of his people listen to his shit.
That's not
what?
I mean, that's the numbers for everybody else. The numbers we were talking about, that's true.
You said 1%. He got 10%.
He need to focus on the 1% of the 10. Yes, but that's still not enough numbers, bro. Like that. Anything under.
I would have posted that.
Nah, I wouldn't have done anything under like 10,000. Really 100,000, to be honest.
General Jameson, because we've never reviewed you, this is not a diss. I'm gonna tell you something that I have learned. Now, don't pay attention to the numbers. Don't pay attention to the numbers. I've been told if it's something you believe in, you work hard at it, work, you're gonna break through. So I'm not telling you don't pay attention to the numbers. Just don't post them. Even if you post a video, like I see a lot of people when they post videos from YouTube and they'll have the view down there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I've learned low numbers make people who don't know not want to know.
Right.
No one wants to be the first. And it's sad. Like even DJs don't want to be the first to play your record.
That's true.
Especially in traditional hip hop, they want to know that other people are fucking with it too. They don't. The whole concept of breaking records, and so I know that number, that's 698, and this is really what I would tell you if I was your manager. Keep grinding. I know that 698. You're proud of that because I'm sure that's better than last year, if you even had a number last year. But it will make people who haven't listened to you say, "Why should I?"
Agreed.
Because if 1 million people listen to you and I haven't, you know how many things I've checked out because people listen and I'm like, what the fuck? I hadn't heard it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's already platinum. The low numbers will make people not want to. I wouldn't post it. I would just, and then you post it and I'm like, oh my God, General James is gonna think I'm picking him. He's probably gonna diss me he's probably going to diss us in something. That's okay. Because he goes off. He goes off on people. He said, I'd like to thank all the fans and all the people in the circle that believes in me. It's the best feeling in the world. And I can't wait for the future. Shout out to the haters too. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing it right. Now, every accomplishment is accomplishment you should be proud of.
How long has he been doing music? I'll ask that.
I don't know.
This is his year numbers?
I don't know. Now you got me on this page. Look.
I mean, this is your year number? Bruh. It doesn't make you look good by posting those numbers. And unless you just started in October. Yes, it is an accomplishment. I'm not trying to take any of that away from him, but some accomplishments you keep internally and you build upon it and use that as motivation. Like that's you will get clowned by your peers.
Because I see posts that he made last year in 2020, and he was dropping music. But maybe this is his first year on Spotify. You know, a lot of people drop music before they get to Spotify.
That's true.
So an artist like General Jameson, we've never heard any of his music. Hey man, he's getting some major promo by us talking about it.
True.
But just say an artist name like General Jameson, right? If he came to you and like, Spank, I need some advice. You know, this past year, I had 698 streams on Spotify, 59 listeners, but in 6 countries. That means someone in Mexico listened.
Okay.
Over 26 hours. So for a whole day and 2 hours worth, they listened to my shit.
Okay.
What would be your advice to General Jameson? I got a second one. There's a gentleman who got one up here named Roland Church. Him and General Jameson, their crew.
Okay.
He has 216 streams. 51 listeners. What would be your advice to these two gentlemen since they're click? Shout out to Roland Church and General Jameson while you formulate your thoughts. Definitely shout out to you guys. You guys definitely become friends of the show, please.
I would if they can dig into their analytics a little better, see what or where most of the streams are coming from, and try and build upon the success in those cities and work your 1% from there. If 1% of what we just talked about, one of them have 600. So there would be 6 people. There'll be $150 that they would make for doing a show. There's still not enough for you to justify you getting your own venue to be able to get some sort of money from those people coming to a show, just those 6. But I don't know, man. That one's a little hard because I typically tell people, if you can't put 1,000 people in a venue, if you can't put 100 people in a venue that ain't your family, friends, and coworkers, then you need to continue to do advertising and marketing until you can get to that point. Because your family, friends, and coworkers is going to be another 20 to 30-ish that's going to come there just for support, quote unquote. But it's the people that are there for the music that you want to get there. So I would tell them to just keep doing some target marketing, see if they can get some of those cities. And most of those cities are on Spotify, major cities. So you want to get the adjacent cities that are around the majors, because it's going to be too expensive to try to do advertising, marketing, and branding in the major cities. Just start some sort of grassroots campaign if they can. If not, do some sort of viral campaign to see where you can target the fans that are out there that really like you, and then monetize those.
Okay. All right, last thing before we get up out of here. We've been just chopping up. It was a beef I just want to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
And it kind of plays in the numbers too. So, we was talking about the Forgiato blow and the Loza
Alexander. Loza. Yeah, I still say this all fake, but yeah, I got you.
So the real beef is between Bryson Gray and Loza Alexander.
Why?
I don't know. I think, okay, so at one point in time, and this time I want to actually close the show on this. Okay? Because I heard Loza Alexander was upset at Bryson Gray about this. Then I also just watched the interview with Rainwater. For those who don't know, Rainwater is the manager of Mo3, if you're familiar with Mo3.
Okay.
So the beef between Bryson Gray and Loza is really, they done a song together and Bryson Gray didn't retweet it, post it, anything like that. He just done the song.
Okay.
And Loza felt like, damn, we on the same shit. The fan would love to see it. Why can't you tweet it, talk about it, post it, whatever the case may be?
Did he get paid to do this? The social media promotions?
Obviously not, because Bryson Gray said, bro, that's your job. But the same, I watched the interview with Rainwater, who there was artists upset about Mo3 doing songs with Mo3, and Mo3 didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like if you do a song, if artist pays you to do a song, they should mention it?
Mm-mm. Not unless you get paid to.
That's where the root of the beef from Loza and Bryson come from. Well, Bryson ain't mad at Loza. Bryson just feel like that Loza's fake.
Well, Bryson's bigger than Loza, so why would Bryson big up somebody that's smaller than him?
Yeah, especially and Loza knows that. Why else would he go get Bryson on a track?
Right.
But, so the whole beef really started there. Bryson has a problem with Loza. Well, Loza has a problem with Bryson. Bryson really just feels like, dude, I think you're fake. I don't think you're about the movement. You're always complaining, crying. I really watched, I took 4 hours and dove into the beef.
Okay.
Bryson's not really entertaining, and Bryson is a very, and it's funny, because when I listen to Bryson's music, I wouldn't have known this, but Bryson is heavy into his spirituality, his Christian beliefs.
Okay.
Like, I think Bryson's been celibate for like 10 years.
Mm.
What was that?
The fuck? Why?
Okay. I mean, like I said, hopefully we're gonna get Bryson on the show. But his beliefs are very, very strong, even about like with Loza. Like it's just like you have to dig into it. Like it's a very, very different thing. Like Loza say he's about the movement, right?
Right.
But Loza obviously is caring about being number one.
Who wouldn't want accolades?
But Loza also talks about, I got other stuff that's not patriotic. I'm just releasing my patriotic shit now. Like, he's very braggadocious about being better than other people. I would love to interview both of them, not even about the beef, because both these are very unique artists. But I think Loza, to a certain degree, Loza saw a niche and crashed the lane.
Let me grab some of that.
Yeah. Because like Loza, like, and it's funny. You remember every time we reviewed and we said, "Damn, what's up with these videos? It's only waste up."
Right.
Oh, he talks about that too. About I don't really go out and do shit. So and I ain't got the proper shit. So just how I shoot my videos. Right. So it kind of made these Patriot rappers on the front line, Jack. They had these conventions. Loza just raps about it and puts it online. So, I don't know, it's a weird little thing. I just wanted to talk about it, man. If y'all get a chance, do a little research if you even care about Bryson Gray or Loza Alexander, both dope artists. I'm taking nothing away from them, but it's a very complex little situation there. You know what I'm saying? Because he aimed out his diss record to Forgiato. But his problem really is with Bryson, more so than Forgiato. And it was because Bryson didn't promote a record they done together. I just wanted to put that out there because I spent my time watching all the videos, so shit, I felt like I gotta talk about it.
That's disappointing. And so now you got the two black guys in the country rap genre, in the country rap subgenre of MAGA rap, now beefing with each other and making a mockery of hip hop. Like now the folks is like, okay, look, they go to monkeys. Let them do their dance. This is what they do. Come on, y'all.
And can I send a quick rest in peace?
To who? What happened?
And this just happened today, so when this airs, it's going to be old. I just want to say rest in peace to Miss Jacqueline Avant, the wife of music exec Clarence Avant. Now, if y'all don't know who Clarence Avant is, and you want to learn about this music industry, go to Netflix and watch The Black Godfather. Clarence Avant is one of the most influential men in music. I'm not going to say urban music, in music, period. Clarence Avant. Like, he is, man, but his wife was murdered during a home invasion today in Beverly Hills.
Mm.
And when I'm saying Clarence, these people are well in their 60s. Well in their 60s. But definitely rest in peace to her. Man, they got married in 1967. So what does that tell you?
Wow. But
if you get an opportunity, watch The Black Godfather. You'll see her in there. She's an intricate part of his life and his story. Man, Clarence, man, I can't, man, if everyone, I'm a firm believer, no matter what type of music you do, you should know the history of music and what's, just because even though it's different genres of music, the road travel is very similar in a lot of ways. You're just doing different type of music. So, and a lot of people don't know Clarence Avant was the founder of Sussex Records. Okay? Sussex Records.
Sussex.
That's how you pronounce it? Sussex?
Yeah.
You've
Sussex.
heard of it?
Yes. He had a lot of shit to do with Motown too. But he's well, and this is not to take anything away from him, but something what you just said about learning music history. Like, I'm not one of those people that believe that. I only learn the history of the stuff that I'm interested in. To be honest, like I was never interested in when I was taking music theory in college. It was just until we got to the hip hop stuff or the birth of it. It was when I really like perked up. Like, okay, what is this about? Like, Give me more of that. I don't care about classical or jazz or blues infusions or the birth of gospel. Like, I don't care about any of that. That's how I was then. But now, as I'm about to hit 50, now I'm a student of the music industry, and I try to learn as much as possible about who paid what role, especially minorities, because we have not been given fair shares. We definitely haven't been given fair rights. All of the music that's been stolen from the minorities throughout history is just a travesty. So I would like, I don't know, man. That one's kind of touching, but maybe, hopefully, it was just I can't say that. Hopefully, it wasn't a hit on him, because the dude is very influential in music and has had a lot of hands on a lot of things.
But he's not only influential in music. He was a very intricate part of helping get Jimmy Carter elected.
No, I didn't know that.
He was a very intricate part in the Barack Obama campaign. Like, he stretches way farther than music now. He was very influential in Clinton. Now, I'm sure a lot of people like country rap, but I don't like none of them people you name. But also, what was very, very unique about him was when he started, his biggest artist on Sussex Records was Bill Withers. But he signed a lot of Caucasian artists who people thought were black.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was Michael McDonald one of his?
No. Most of these artists you won't be heard of.
Okay.
He definitely, he prided himself off working with Caucasian artists who
can sing.
Huh?
They can sing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
And a lot of them were like one-hit wonders. Like he had a pop group called Wednesday. But a lot of them charted back in the day. Gotcha. And the majority of them were white. And that was unique for a black CEO to be actually giving opportunities to white artists who the labels weren't given a chance to.
Gotcha. That's dope.
Allah. CRR.
You trying to pave some ways over here? I'm
just saying, man. Maybe we'll get a Netflix show one day.
Maybe.
All right, man. I ain't really have nothing else. I'm kind of. You just gave out some really, really good information, and that 1%. I think the only thing is some people need to get past that 1%. They think 1% is low because they don't look at the big number.
Right.
They don't look at 1% of 10,000 or 1% of. They might look at 1% as in 1% ain't shit.
It ain't, but okay.
But 1% of a million, shit.
Yeah. If it ain't shit, go accomplish it and then repeat it. I challenge all of them to do that.
And I challenge everybody to take that grassroots method. Work on your town. Everybody wants to be this big artist, and people in their own damn town don't even know.
Yeah.
People in your own hometown don't even know you. You got 4 albums. Like, what the fuck?
And labels still ask that. Like, what's he doing? Like, how does his people treat him? And his people is usually, how does your city treat you? Yeah. Like, if your city ain't supporting you, ain't lifting you up, then they usually like, let me not run with that one. Let's see let me wait.
Couple years ago, matter of fact, we're approaching the 1 year mark. I went viral, but I didn't put my name on it. But I did go viral because I just noticed yesterday someone posted about it. I posted a list called the 50 top rappers in Griffin, Georgia.
Okay. I remember that post.
Yes. People are still talking about it to this day. That definitely, I didn't do it right as far as knowing how to do my 1% or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Get credit for going viral. But that post definitely went viral for reposts, shares, sub posts. You know what I'm saying? That thing was talked about in heavy rotation for a whole month. And I'm telling you, someone just dropped a freestyle last week that I seen on Facebook who said, and I didn't make the goddamn list. And they had a picture of the list.
Still salty?
A split screen. The list and them. Yeah. So, yes, that thing went. If you come to Griffin, Georgia and say, hey, y'all know about the list, it's going, yeah. But I'm saying that to say that list is also an example of being able to touch the 1%. because 50 people on that list and the average person in my city didn't know 5.
Right.
I used to be part of this website called 8Track. And 8Track would allow you to make playlists, kind of like Spotify, iTunes, right?
Right.
You can create your own playlist. 8Track went out of business. When 8Track went out of business, they allowed you to integrate your playlist into Spotify. You can just hit a button and your playlist goes on Spotify.
Right.
All right. I had an 8Track playlist that featured 30 of those 50 artists.
Right.
It was called a Dirty 30, Rip Your City.
Right.
When I hit that button to integrate that playlist to Spotify, how many songs you think was on my playlist?
3.
5.
That's sad, man.
Yes, that means these artists are not even attempting to monetize their shit.
Yeah.
5 out of 30, bro. I deleted the playlist when it went to Spotify. I'm like, and and artists are mad at me because they didn't make the playlist, didn't make the list. And I told everyone that the list was really about bringing attention to active artists in my city. If you ain't on Spotify, how active are you?
Did they work?
Huh?
Did it work? Are there more people active since then?
In all actuality, the playlist was 2 things. It was because I felt like I was doing this thing called a duel. Shout out to everybody in the country rap genre who ever participated in the duel. I was doing the duel. I felt like I was running out of artists, especially in my city. I'm like, it got to be more artists in my city. So I'm gonna do this because this is gonna make people tag people. Hey, you know about this one? You know about this one? You know about this one? I didn't know it was gonna make people. It was gonna piss people off. So yes, it did work, and I found out about at least I could do another 50 and probably only repeat 10.
Okay, that's good.
And my numbers did go up on what I was doing, the duel. So it did work. Now, a lot of those artists on the list, you know how we talk about our top 10?
Right.
A lot of those artists on the top 50 list wouldn't be on that list if I'd done another one. Everybody keeps saying you should do another one, but I'm not going to get the same results. It was that shock. Like, I want to do one in your city.
Do it. You should do another. You should do
one in your city.
I'm not out enough to know who's doing what, fam.
Like, I think if one came in your city, I think it'll get the same results that I got in my city.
They already hate me, so fuck it.
And the thing is, no one even knew I'd done the list. They just knew it was on my page. And because a lot of these people, I never said this is my list. I done this. I just posted a sheet of, it was like a sheet of paper like this. And I posted like, look what I found laying around on the table. And I even spelled greatest wrong to bring some authenticity to it.
Right.
You know, I hand wrote it on a piece of paper like this.
That's what's up.
I kind of balled it up, unballed it, took a picture of it. Yeah. But I was saying that to say, man, y'all artists got to put that work in.
Did you numbered it? Did you number it?
1 through 50. Yeah, I still got it.
Okay, I probably wouldn't number it because then they're gonna be like, how he
number
one?
That was a problem too.
How he number one? How he number 2?
That was literally a problem as well. A lot of people who made the list were upset about their placing on it.
Yeah, like, bruh, how am I 50? I'm better than all of them.
Actually, number 50 was upset with me. I'm not gonna call his name, but he was thoroughly pissed.
You should have did number 50 as Jody Breeze. And then nobody could have been pissed off. Then they would have knew, like, okay, this ain't in order.
His people would have probably reached out to me.
Yeah. Hey, fam. What's up with that?
The only 3 that counted was 1, 2, and 3. And I had a reason for 1, 2, and 3. And then after that, everything was based on memory.
Okay.
Number 1 was the artist who's received the most national attention from the city. Number 2 was the artist who has put in the most notable work in the city. And number 3 was the person who's been featured in the most things, video games, movies, stuff like that.
Okay.
And everything else was memory. Memory or people I know that's putting in that work.
And they still mad.
And the funny thing that was dope about it, out of all 50 artists, do you know I only put one artist on there who wasn't from the city? I thought that was pretty damn good.
Who was the one?
Those artists I put on there that was from Conyers, who he always was showing up in my Griffin groups. So I thought he was from Griffin, but he's from Conyers. Okay. So, man, there were people hitting me in my... Bro, my birthday is in August. I had someone inbox me happy birthday. Now, the list came out in January.
Right.
Somebody inboxed me happy birthday. Someone I hadn't spoken to. Oh, I appreciate it, G. Like, yeah, man, I still made that goddamn list. I'm like, on my birthday, bro? Like
8 months later, they still salty as fuck.
Like, bro, and the funny thing is, this guy, I didn't even know he'd done music anymore. So if you don't do music anymore, you probably didn't make my list.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Red Clay Warriors did not make my list.
Right.
Only one member of the Red Clay Warriors made my list, and he released a project on Spotify that year.
Gotcha.
You helped him.
Right.
Okay. This guy was like, look, bro, how did I not make the list? You used to pick me up and take me to your battles. Ninja. Ain't the last time I done a fucking battle.
That's a decade ago.
Bro, you used to pick me up and take me to microaggression. I'm like, bro, do you know? I apologize. I completely forget because he wasn't lying. I did used to pick his young ass up. He didn't have a car.
Right.
And he used to call me and say, can I please come? So I thought I was doing, but yeah, man, he was hot 8 months later.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, you moved to Florida. I didn't know you were still doing music. Hey, man. I'm saying all that to say, artists, the year's winding down. It's a new year. Everybody make these. My man Spank just gave y'all a serious plan. If y'all go back, and I shut the fuck up because I didn't want to interrupt because I want y'all to definitely focus in on what he's saying and apply it to try to build a successful career. But y'all put that work in 2022. Give us some shit. Make us have to do 6 videos an episode.
Yeah. Make us put you on our list, which is coming up soon.
Yeah. A shoot for those awards in 2020, the 2022 awards. Because if we talking about your ass ain't probably going to get nominated on 2021. You probably don't get nominated. 698 ain't going to get you. Probably gonna get you.
I only know that dude, but
what?
He probably going to inbox you as soon as he watch this.
Like,
he's going to clowner, bro?
He's going to delete me. No, because I actually think, you know what? I actually think that he has a shot. I think a lot of time artists just don't understand that 1%.
Right.
Understanding that, like a lot of people just drop shit. They just drop it. They're like pigeons. Just drop shit.
Right.
And they have no idea how to market it, how to promote. Like, bro, shouts out to what's her name? Jessie Boyles. Like, man, goddamn, give away something with your shit. Something. Just do something to intrigue people, to make them come back.
Right.
Like, why do I want to listen to you? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I try to get in everybody contest who's having something. Even if I want it. I want to win. I want you to post my picture holding it up on your page. Like, hey, man, do other stuff. Do collabs. Just do shit. A lot of people just think, I'm going to post it, I'm going to drop it, and that's it. And I'm going to drop. No. It's nothing. It's nothing. I don't hear about them doing those shows. Do shows in your fucking backyard. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, most of them need to practice anyway, so why not?
Why not once every 3 months do your own redneck rave? Why the fuck not? Why not? Why not? I want to do it. My wife just won't let me. And I don't even perform. I want to invite people to perform in my backyard and get drunk. Have a bonfire.
That'd be nice.
Bro, I got some shit that I need to burn to have a bonfire. My wife just like, no, because she don't want people coming in and out, going in the goddamn bathroom. Or she's like, no, people going to find out where we live and then they're going to be trying to rob us and shit. But
those are valid reasons, bro.
Okay, but Do you remember, were you around? Then I gotta go. I'm looking at the time. You remember when I done Hick Nick?
I remember you talking about it. I wasn't around though.
Okay. I would love to bring back Hick Nick. Ain't that a funny name that I use that name?
Hick Nick's pretty nice.
Country Rap Report, huh?
Hick Nick's pretty nice though.
Yes. Hick Nick had the Red Clay Warriors, Fatback, and Greystone, or Silverstone. I done this concert in, you know, my mom lives way out.
Right.
You ain't coming out there to break in shit. And if you do, you're gonna get shot and buried. You're not even gonna make it home. It's so far away, right?
Right.
I done Hick Nick. It's a big field out there. I got a what do you call it? Like a flatbed.
Right.
I put the speakers on, rest in peace. I got Mike P and the DJ. And I done a concert in my mother's backyard. Free.
I'm Googling Hick Nick right now. Hold on.
Oh, you saying if it's available?
Oh, yes, I am. Because, well, if they watch this episode, they're going to be like, maybe we can do that. It could be our version of Redneck Rave.
Maybe we should do a Hick Nick.
Hick Nick. Oh, shit, I'm not against it.
Hey, man. And
how'd you spell it? Hicknick?
Like a Hick. Yeah, Hick Nick.
Okay.
Hick Nick. It was half because, and the reason I called it that, because we was in the country. And look at the groups: Red Clay Warriors, Fatback, and Silverstone. It was a live band. It was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, Fatback was dope.
Yeah, it didn't work. You know why it didn't work? It didn't work because of the artists.
I got you.
A fucking free concert didn't draw 100 people, and I had 3 groups.
Well, we got access to a lot more groups now, so we can start playing a Hick Nick now.
You got that. This shit was 20 years ago. I didn't even have the influence that I have now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This was like early Red Clay Warriors. This was get my feet wet, but I just was, again, trying to figure out ways to promote my group. I got with the hottest group in the hottest 2 groups in my hometown, which at the time was Silverstone and Fatback, and the newest group in my town, which was Red Clay Warriors. Red Clay Warriors had 9 members, Fatback had 5 members, Silverstone had 10. I'm like, surely if every motherfucker invite 2 people, we can get 100 people. I'm letting you in free. Only money I'm gonna make is you're gonna buy this liquor from me.
You still open to having something again? Not in Griffin. Where we gonna have it?
Why we can't have it where we at? They won't come? Why we can't? That's free. We ain't gotta rent no venue. That's a good test run spot. That's the place where we get Millie Red. We get, I'm putting this all out there now. We get Millie Red. We get
Simple Man from Kingsland, Georgia.
Yeah. We get people who it's not too far away to come. Because you got to think, all these shows that we're hearing about in Georgia, I ain't never heard of these towns. I heard they was having a show.
Right.
Breland. What is Breland, Georgia? So I'm just saying, if we just say, hey, we're going to do a Country Rap Report Hick Nick birthday bash featuring Millie Red. We're going to bring Tin Man out of retirement.
Who?
Tin Man.
I don't know who that is.
Google Tin Man. Tin Man is one of the dopest country rap artists who lives in Barnesville, Georgia.
Okay.
Who was stomping before Ryan Upchurch.
Okay.
Dope. It's just Tin Man's a father. He has a sports apparel company. He has a fishing line. Tin Man does a lot of things. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tag you in his latest video, but it's him. It's King Elway featuring Tin Man.
Oh, dope.
Matter of fact, I want to review it, but it's not country rap because the concept of the record is so fucking dope. The name of the record is called Different Places. We from 2 different places because King Elway being African American, Tin Man being a Caucasian, and they're talking about being from 2 different places but going through the same struggles. Man, the record is dope as shit. Dope as shit, bro. I'm gonna send it to you. I think it's something we should definitely review, but people gonna be like, it's not country, but it's featuring the country rap artists, one of the OGs in country rap. But we can bring Tin Man out of retirement. We can get Millie Red. Who else was close by? I don't know. I'm just saying, something to think about. Something to put on that long calendar we got.
Well, Demon Jones is closer than anybody.
We got to pay Dean. This is a test run.
We'll still invite him, though, you know.
Of course, we invite him.
Him and his people.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Yeah. We're going to show you, we're going to have a party with everybody. Black people, white people. We're going to have it all out there. I got the DJ lined up. I got everything. I just need it. It will have to be done.
Well, I can bring the sound system. I got sounds probably stage and lighting.
Hey, bro.
Gotta hit up with Silk.
Hey, everybody have to come in peace because I ain't doing no security. I am security.
Bring your own bottle?
If we bring your own bottle, then how we going to make any type of money?
I don't know. I'm just trying to fellowship. I like Hicknick.
Hey, now, if you want to do a meet and greet Hicknick party, shit, bring your own bottle. We can do it. We won't have to make shit. Just hang out. Just to see if this would work if we tried.
My wheels are turning. So yeah, let me talk it over with the wife, see what she's talking about.
I mean, it's gotta be good weather. All right, man, let me just get up out of here. Let me hit this plantation.
You got to do the outro, man.
I know. I'm not finna hit it, but I'm just saying, yo.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully everyone has enjoyed this episode. If this wasn't what you normally get, but you know, sometimes we're gonna come to you guys and talk and try to educate you. And again, Spank just gave some very, very pertinent information for all you artists to apply in 2022 to help advance your career. Focus on that 1%. Focus on the grassroots. Focus on the people that really, truly fuck with you, right, and build from that. If you can get somebody to spend $25 in the state of Georgia, do you know that's probably goddamn 3 hours of work for the average person in the state of Georgia? If they give you $25, most people in the state of Georgia only make $10 an hour. That's 2.5 hours of work that I'm giving to you because I like your music. Focus on those people. They're the ones who's going to really, really appreciate it. Take this advice, apply it. Hit my guy Spank up because I'm sure he's willing to talk to y'all about whatever the hell, because I ain't. That ain't because that's not my department. That's other shit I'll talk to you about. But that's focus on those numbers and build this shit, man. Because the bigger y'all get, the bigger we can get. We can go together. All right, man. It's your boy Big Excel.
It's your dude Spank.
Shout out to all the first and last time listeners. Please visit www.countryrapreport.com for all your country rap needs. Check out WCRR right there. Check out country rap tunes playlist on Spotify right there. Check out where we can be streamed in the podcast format right there. All right? All right, man. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.